Here comes the money. Shane McMahon and Tony Khan decided to pop out and show that there might be smoke to Shane McMahon and AEW rumors after all. But is this a match made in heaven, or is Tony Khan out of his goddamn mind? We'll discuss. Plus, CM Punk finally responded to AEW leaking footage of his backstage scuffle. We'll get into that and some Dynamite on today's episode of Wrestling with Ya Boys. But anyway, why do you have a lighter on you right now, bro? What are we doing?
Hey, man, we like incense over here, so you know.
Right. Hey, but y'all know me. Still same OG with the capital trucker hat. It's your boy Qwan. And don't forget the Don. And of course, you say his name and he appears. No, not Joe Hendry. I'm talking about my BFF, the coolest man in the world, Jay Cooley.
The coolest. Let's go.
Okay, so listen. So my producer is in my ear right now making fun of me for saying that Cooley is my BFF. And you know what? I'm never going to stop saying that. It's just, I like the way it sounds. That's my BFF.
He said, at what age?
My best friend forever. Cooley forever. Forever.
You remember, was that the Sandlot?
Forever.
The Sandlot, man.
I love the Sandlot. Cooley, man. Classic. I got to tell you, bro. This Joe Hendry song is stuck in my goddamn head, bro. I be in the shower like, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry. That one football player was singing it too.
A football player? Who was singing it?
He like a super anime fan. He plays a running back for the Saints. And I'm blacking out on his name.
Hey, shout out to him for being tapped in with Joe Hendry.
Yeah, bro.
And that's not even the best part of the song, bro. The best part is when the emo white man voice comes in and it's just like, wave your hands from side to side. Yeah. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Jamal Williams, that's him.
Jamal Williams
singing the Joe Hendry song, bro. I said,
shout out to Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
Yo, Jamal Williams, you like wrestling? Tap in with Wrestling with the Homies, man. Your number one source for daily wrestling conversation. Y'all tired of all the British dudes at home sitting in front of the cameras talking with their British accents about wrestling? Come tap in with the homies, you feel me?
Come tap in.
We firing shots. We tired of the Brits. We tired of them. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to Wrestle Talk and all the British guys. You know what I'm saying? But we got a little flavor in us, man. We ain't that. We definitely not that.
Craig Mack, baby.
Cooley, how'd you feel about Dynamite, bro? Was you digging the show? You had a complaint before we went live on air. Let the people know your complaints about this show.
Dynamite, it was a good show. Actually, I do. The story, I need some story. I'm sorry. Like, I love my wrestling with story. Like, I like my burgers with fries on the side. Ketchup on the side, not on top. Yo, I need some storylines here, man, to get me, more pulled in, more, intrigued, because we know you guys got the wrestling. The in-ring ability is amazing, 10 out of 10. But other than that, if you don't have no story, I can't be reeled in. It's like, all right, it's cool.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I was watching Dynamite. It just felt like some of those matches was just there to exist. Like that 3-man tag match was like, all right, what is this match for? Who is this match for? What is this? Before we get into everything, though, can I just get my Talk Some Raw out the way? Hashtag Talk Some Raw. I know y'all love it, so I might as well get the people what they want. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Shane McMahon presents AEW Dynamite. MJF opened the show, and he must have heard all the criticisms about him doing the same old shit, because this week he had a new gimmick. That's right, MJF now hates America. Yeah, an anti-American gimmick in 2024. That's about as original as starting a podcast. Wrestling with the Homies on every platform, by the way. Will Ospreay wrestled a match. Someone go hand him a 5-star rating right now. That's right, Will Ospreay wrestled Lance Archer, who apparently still exists. Last time Lance Archer mattered, Vince McMahon was cutting promos about golden eggs, and the government was handing out stimulus checks. Tony Khan treats Lance Archer how Lou treated Will Smith on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How come he don't want me, man? The anti-American MJF attacked Will Ospreay after the match, but a real American made the save. No, not Hulk Hogan. Some Australian guy in a crop top named Kyle. Nothing makes sense. Next up, Big Bill gave Chris Jericho a cake. Yes, you heard that right. A cake, because Chris Jericho needed a segment with cake. Chris Statlander and Willow was up next, and this match had more cake than the last segment. After beating Willow, Chris will now get a title shot against Willow. Again, nothing makes sense. Our vegan Jesus, Bryan Danielson, was up next, and he told our favorite mascara menace, Swerve Strickland, that if he didn't win at All In, he'll never wrestle again. I'm sorry, Bryan, but I've watched LeBron James read Malcolm X upside down and claim he discovered the Migos. I know a lie when I hear it. Next up was what AEW does best, a random trios match for absolutely no reason. The random team with Roosh beat the other random team that didn't have Roosh on it. Max Caster still has a mustache, so shout out to him. And Camille beat a jobber. Mercedes also cut a promo. The news of her divorce hit, and basements around the world could be heard celebrating like Cody Rhodes just finished his story again, and Burger King was giving 2-for-1s on Whoppers. Darby and Hangman did what they do best in the main event that wrapped up a pretty decent show. I can't really complain. I still don't understand how we had a segment with Chris Jericho eating cake, but Ricky Starks is nowhere to be found. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a podcast mic and a trucker hat. But what I do know is AEW gets 2 packs this week. The women stole the show, and Bryan Danielson versus Swerve Strickland might be generational. All right, I'll see y'all for SummerSlam.
Hey, man, great TalkSumRaw, man. That was fire. That was fire. You know what's funny, dog? Vegan what? Jesus.
I don't know what that was about.
Bro called Bryan Danielson Vegan Jesus.
Hey, I do this. And the people at home, y'all don't know. I stumbled that one a little bit too, but you know what? We brought that back. We edited that out, and y'all ain't never gonna see the footage.
Mascara Menace. Mascara Menace, man. Bro says Swerve Strickland like Dave Chappelle when he played Prince on the Chappelle Show.
Yo, whenever I see Swerve Strickland on my TV, I just want to say Unity. Oh, that man be having all the eyeshadow in the world just on his face, and I don't understand it. So realistically, Cooley, I hate to even bring this up. But they want me to bring it up. So you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Oh man,
are we really surprised that Mercedes is getting divorced from Makazi?
Number one, I didn't even know she was married for the longest. That's number one. Number two, like I never seen her popped out with the guy. I've never seen her. I've seen barely just saw him a couple
times. So listen, I've actually met Makazi, bro. He's a real nice guy.
Really?
He's a real nice guy. He does a lot of wrestling attires for like the wrestlers. But he's a real behind the scenes dude. He's not really an in front of the camera type dude. He used to wrestle at one point. I'm sure him and Mercedes met when she was really young, before she had that WWE glow up.
What do you mean
by that?
What
I'm saying, listen, man. Listen, let me land. Boo Capone, let me land. What I'm saying is that at one point, this marriage made sense from like an optics point of view. Let me
look this up.
When you look up Mercedes from way back in the day, before the WWE glow up, before the bread, before the lace fronts, before all that, like it made sense at the time. But over the years, Mercedes is one of them now. Yeah. What was that about?
Oh.
What was that about? Why'd you react that way, Cooley? What's going on? Explain to the people what that O was for. Explain to that. Shout out to Mike Makazi, man. Look, man, I'm not gonna let you down.
Yo, okay. So I'm looking. I'm looking up. I'm looking it up. And first of all, I didn't know he was 9 years older than her. So that means they met.
Let's relax. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Shout out to Mike Makazi, man. Look, he's making the illest wrestling attires for all these wrestlers. When you see Big E with these cool outfits, when you see Seth Rollins with these cool ass outfits,
where Vitaly at, man?
Mike, man. No, it's all Makazi. So shout out. Whoa, relax.
How we go?
They've been married for a while. They've been married
like 7 years. I think they're.
Like, I'm not sure how long they've been married.
They were married like 7 years, but they separated in the end of 2020.
Got you. So they got married in 2016 apparently.
Oh, so
yeah,
they was only married for like technically 4 years if they separate at the end of 2020.
So.
And he moved out in the early 2021, and then they're just now getting their divorce. So that
yeah, so
pretty much.
So that's the thing. They've been separated since 2020. Yeah, they've been separated since 2020, but I guess now they're finally just coming out with their divorce. But hey, I support how low they kept all of this, because a lot of people in this generation, they want to be seen in front of the cameras. They want their relationships to just be played out on Instagram, on Twitter, just, for likes. So I like the fact that Mercedes and Makazi kept everything on the low and just like did what they did. But now she's speaking on it. Now she's in front of a camera speaking on the divorce and everything. So, shout out to her. So, Cooley, my producer is in my ear asking me some crazy questions right now, yo. The people at home can't hear you. I need you to understand that. The people at home can't hear you. He's asking me, can a relationship work out if the girl is more successful than the guy?
Oh,
but I don't know if that's the case with this, because I can't say that she's more successful than him.
Mercedes is way more successful than. What are we talking about? She's one of the greatest of all time.
Okay, so they are successful in different fields, right? Like Mercedes is a wrestler. She's one of the most successful women's wrestlers in the world. But Makazi does the attires for damn near everybody in wrestling, bro.
Yeah, but nobody don't know him though. Like, that's cool.
Matter. That's recognition.
That's cool.
Recognition don't matter. He's still doing it.
I don't know, man.
We watch the show that he provides the wardrobe for every week. Like, do we realize that? And look, my heart is with Makazi. Like, because I'm a guy who worked as a stylist before. Like, I used to provide clothing for people. I've dressed people. I've personal shopped for people. We don't always get the credit for putting that look together, but it's like, I'm still responsible for this entire look. So Makazi, even though he's behind the cameras and he's just doing something as small as providing the attire for the wrestlers or whatever, that's still a big part of the show. A huge part of the presentation is a wrestler's attire. We got to understand that. So I'm not going to just step on him and pretend like, oh, he's not doing anything. Mercedes was the star. She's making Nah, bro. I ain't letting y'all do that. Shout out to Makazi. I got your back, Makazi.
We're not saying he's not good at his job. We're just saying that Mercedes is way more successful than him from a, on a bigger spectrum.
Obviously, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they're gonna immediately go to Mercedes.
If I'm with a girl who's more successful than me, so be it, bro. I don't care. I'm sure ASAP Rocky not tripping because he got to go home to Rihanna. She's a billionaire. Well, he not, but ASAP Rocky's still ASAP Rocky, so who cares?
I don't know, man. I think Drake's still getting under his skin, man. Drake bodied that man. That's why he just continued to make babies to keep her.
I don't like this conversation, man. I don't like it. Y'all doing my boy Makazi.
Well, Rhea's doing better than Rhea's more successful than Buddy, and Buddy, he's still hanging on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And who knows? And Buddy might end up being more successful than her. Who knows? It's still early in Buddy's career. Let's not act like he's a 30-year veteran. He's still on the come up.
Yeah,
how old is Buddy?
But he on that side though. Can you be successful being on the second show? I mean, the second promotion.
All right, now we get into the real.
No,
that's how you feel. That's really how you feel. So, I mean, MJF is successful, and he's not in WWE. He's still
but he not.
Damn, Buddy Matthews 35. I don't know why. I thought
he's
he was
35.
Like a cool 28.
That's crazy because Rhea's younger too. Yeah, Rhea's younger. Wow,
what's up with these young girls getting these older dudes? What's up with that? Hey, so what's up with these young girls getting these older dudes? Because we crazy. Hey, it is what it is, man. But look, shout out to everybody involved. Shout out to Makazi. Shout out to Mercedes. Shout out to Buddy, and definitely shout out to Rhea. I'm not trying to infringe on nobody's relationship. I don't know how this conversation came about, but
Qwan tiptoeing in his Jordan.
Oh, I am for sure tiptoeing in my Jordan. I'm not. I'm definitely tiptoeing in my Jordans. Like, I don't want to. Because here's the thing, a lot of people are very hard on Makazi. I've been seeing I'm in these internet streets. I'll let y'all know right now, I'm a sicko. I be on the message boards, I be on the Reddits, I be on all that, just reading. I see the things that wrestling fans say about Makazi to the point where he's had to go ghost on the internet and turn his comments off because he's getting attacked for his looks and people being jealous that he's with Mercedes. So it's like, it makes me feel bad because it's like, yo, like who are we to really go at this dude's head because he's with a girl that we couldn't get? You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of wrestling fans are just jealous that he landed Mercedes and they can't, so they are just gonna talk shit about him. That's foul to me.
We technically can say wrestling fans are very delusional because it's like, yeah, you guys are talking about a guy because of his looks or whatever, and when they get divorced, you guys are celebrating as if you're about to be the next one to marry her. Like, what are we doing?
And even I made a joke about it in the Talk Some Raw segment where I said, you know, basements around the world could be heard celebrating, like Cody Rhodes just finished the story for the second time. But that's a true thing. Like, the basement dwelling nerds online were celebrating this divorce like they have a chance now. They were celebrating like she's gonna leave them and then come to them. It's like, bro, no. How are you celebrating this man and woman getting a divorce because you think she's bad and you don't think he deserves her because you want her? Like, come on, man.
It's like those little girls back in 04, 05. They was in love with Bow Wow and they broke down in tears when he got with Sierra. What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about, man?
Right. So shout out to Makazi, man. Shout out to Lil Bow Wow and Carmelo Hayes, by the way.
Man.
But anyway, man, Dynamite. Can we just talk about a little bit about Dynamite for a second?
Let's talk about it. I want to say Chris and Willow put on a banger.
Best match of the night. The girlies in AEW are doing their thing right now. And that wasn't always the case.
Quan, we got to talk about it, man.
What's up?
MJF. Please. We got to talk about this. I don't care.
An anti-American gimmick, bro. An anti-American gimmick. That's what we doing. MJF hates America now. And he's feuding with a guy that's not from America. MJF is from Rhode Island, by the way. For the people out there who don't know, MJF is American. But his new gimmick is he hates America while holding the American title. Like, what are we doing?
The title that he renamed because it wasn't the American title at first.
Like,
it was Intercontinental title. And let's talk about, man.
Nothing makes sense.
MJF being the longest reigning world champion at AEW, 406 days, to becoming the second belt champion. Like, what are we doing? He's moving backwards.
He's pretty much the U.S. champion right now.
Is this Tenet? Is this Tenet? Wow, bro.
Fam, you know what MJF is to me, bro? MJF is like Stifler in American Pie, bro. We all love the Stifler character, the first American Pie. By the time we saw the second one, it was like, all right, he's doing the same shit. Once we got to American Wedding, it's like, all right, do we really care about Stifler right now? It's like, okay, he's the same person he was in the first American Pie. He acts.
Oh, man.
It's like, come on, man. Do something different. Dance a little bit. Smile. Man. And he was doing something different. That's my biggest problem. MJF was doing something different. He was a babyface. He was singing. He was dancing. He was doing kangaroo kicks. He was even singing show tunes on the show. And he was bodying it. Why did we regress back to this? I don't understand.
But, you know,
I don't understand.
AEW, we don't understand, you know. Shane McMahon.
So Shane McMahon is gonna fix everything. Apparently, that's what my producer just said.
I think Shane McMahon is gonna go over and own ROH.
That's an incredible segue, by the way. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into Shane McMahon. So after months of rumors of Shane McMahon and AEW possibly having interest in working together, it was confirmed that Shane McMahon and Tony Khan recently met when a picture of the two meeting leaked online and broke the internet. It was later confirmed in a statement from Shane McMahon that the two did, in fact, meet. Cooley. Is Tony Khan and Shane McMahon possibly going into business a good idea, or is this a match made in hell? Talk to me.
Both. So... First of all, it can be a match made in hell because, as we know, that Shane is a fumbler. He fumbled lots of things when he was in WWE. He fumbled Royal Rumbles. Yep. He fumbled his quads. He's fumbled everything. Let's not forget that picture. Let's not forget that picture was on purpose. Clearly, so of course we saw you in business with Tony Khan, Shane. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
You have to put out a statement. But also it can be good. I truly think that he might take over ROH because they do need ownership over there.
Definitely.
because Tony Khan is he's running it right now since I think his name was Steve. Steve left. I think that was his name. I gotta look that up.
I don't even know who was running ROH before him, to be honest.
Steve. Yeah, I gotta look that up. But yeah, he was running it. So I can see him, going over there, taking care of business over there and botching their stuff. I can't see him being a wrestler in AEW. I hope he's not a wrestler in AEW. But we'll see. He got the blood of Vince McMahon, so we'll see how that goes, man.
All right, so look, there's a couple different ways to look at this. Y'all gonna call me crazy, dog. I know you're gonna call me crazy, but if Shane McMahon were to come into AEW as a wrestler or an on-air personality, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Because, I mean, look, the Young Bucks are doing the whole EVP thing where they're, like, taking over AEW. They got Okada with them. They've been rubbing elbows with Mercedes Moné. Imagine Shane McMahon joining that. And then it's like Shane McMahon and the Elite. They are running AEW. They're taking over. It would be good TV. We will all tune in to see that. No matter if you telling me if Shane McMahon popped out on next Wednesday, you're not gonna tune in just to see it?
Nope. As a wrestler, bro, come on. First of all, we've been talking about AEW signing all these old hags for years. It's like WCW all over. First of all, he's 54 years old.
True, but he's a McMahon.
Why do we need to see that?
Man. Because his name hold weight in these streets.
Oh,
we gonna tune in to see it. We gonna tune in to see it, bro. Shane McMahon.
I don't know, man.
Shane McMahon had a solid match with AJ Styles at WrestleMania. It was actually probably the best match of that show, to be honest. But I mean, that's AJ Styles though, so I can have a good match for AJ Styles because he's that good. But I don't know, man. I feel like Shane McMahon popping out would be a good thing,
man.
As a character, it would be like, look, you remember when Tekashi 6ix9ine was on his run and he was just dropping song after song and every song was charting. The only reason those songs were charting is it was because it was like a train wreck. We would click on it to hear it. We knew he was dissing people. The song always sucked, but we would click on it just because we just had to hear what was going on. It was exciting. That would be Shane McMahon in AEW. It might be a train wreck, but we gonna tune in to see it because it's exciting. It's a McMahon on a Tony Khan show. Like, how can we not tune in and see that?
Or maybe, just maybe, Hunter and Stephanie sent him in to be a spy.
Ooh, now we really get into it. This is so there's a fan theory. There's a fan theory out there, and this theory has I don't know how much credence there is to it, but there's a fan theory that WWE sent Vince Russo to kill WCW. And that he did. He went into WCW and wrote some of the worst stories we've ever seen as wrestling fans. Could this be a similar case where WWE is sending Shane McMahon over to AEW to just be a cancer and destroy the foundation that Tony Khan built?
First off,
I don't know.
How close is Shane and Stephanie's relationship? I don't know if are they tight or
who knows?
I don't know.
No. My producers say, are these people Marvel villains? I mean, look, wrestling is kind of like a Marvel universe. It's its own weird thing on its own weird island.
Yeah, we got Iron Man and Dr. Doomsday playing the same character.
Yeah, Triple H is sitting there with a cat on his lap in his office, just rubbing it and being like, I'm going to send my minions over to AEW to destroy it. And then he spits the water in the air. And then Shane McMahon walks into Tony Khan's office and takes a picture and leaks it to the internet. I don't know, man.
Who knows?
Maybe this is a play on Shane McMahon's son. Have we thought of that?
Yeah,
Shane McMahon has a son who's playing
yeah.
college football, and he's really good, but apparently he might go into pro wrestling. And he could be good. He could be one of those guys. Who knows? Maybe this is the play. Tony Khan is trying to get, I think his name is Delcian, something McMahon. Whatever Shane McMahon's son is. Maybe this is a play on him.
Declan?
I think it's Declan McMahon.
Yeah, Declan. He looks just like Vince. It's kind of scary.
He looks exactly like Vince.
Like,
I hope he doesn't have Vince's personality, though.
I hope not either.
Right. But before we get out of the Shane McMahon topic, I will say I don't want Shane McMahon near creative at all. Because when Shane McMahon had creative over in WWE, he was putting together some of the worst shit we've ever seen in my life. He had the whole Royal Rumble thing where he destroyed the Royal Rumble and got fired the day after for destroying the Royal Rumble. He had the whole thing where he was all in the video and they were announcing him as the greatest of all time because why not? I don't want any of that in AEW. If he wants to be an on-air character and run around with the Young Bucks, I'm cool. But creative, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, he was running around like Diddy in '95, man. All in the videos, making all these music when he not writing nothing. All these albums he put out, he didn't write none of that.
literally. But I don't know, man. We'll see. I want to hear from the people at home, though. How do y'all feel about Shane McMahon and Tony Khan possibly getting into business together? Is this a good idea? I don't know. You let me know. Now, Cooley, before we get out of here, can we get into some CM Punk a little bit? Just a little bit.
Into it, man. Chicago made Punk.
Our boy, Chicago made Phil. So CM Punk is finally responding to AEW showing footage of his backstage scuffle with Jack Perry. CM Punk said, and I quote, "It felt really ugly. Showing that footage isn't going to help them or hurt me. So whatever. Being a top draw in 2 different companies is pretty cool. Thanks, guys." He just called himself the top draw in AEW, even though he's not in AEW. How he feeling, bro?
He not wrong. I mean, numbers don't lie. Like you said earlier, Qwan, off air, AEW rating has been under 800,000 since CM Punk left, man.
And the last episode of AEW that did over 800,000 was an episode that did 819,000 on April 10th. And do you know what episode that was? It was the episode where they aired the footage between CM Punk and Jack Perry. So AEW has not seen 800K since not airing that footage. So, I mean, he might not be wrong. He is the top draw in 2 companies right now.
He's the top draw, man. It's like when Snoop Dogg left Death Row for No Limit, and Death Row never came back. Under that ocean. He's still the top draw for sure.
But Punk ain't had to say it though. At some point, one of these parties got to move on. At some point, they can't just take shots at each other in the media forever. But somebody got to be the bigger man at some point.
What do you expect from them to say? They asked him on ESPN, like,
right? I mean, he could have said no comment. He didn't have a problem saying no comment when they asked him about other stuff.
He ain't Triple H, man. He don't get to the bone, man.
That's one thing about CM Punk, man. Like we always joke and call him the Kanye West of wrestling, but that really is what he is, because he gonna speak his mind. If you ask him a question, he ain't gonna skate around it. He gonna jump in. You ask him about Mike McCausey and Mercedes getting a divorce, he might go crazy.
Oh yeah, man. I know he got a lot to say.
I'm just saying, man. I can't believe y'all had me defending that man like this, man. Y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong for that.
Man, knock it off.
But how did y'all feel at home, man? How did y'all feel about CM Punk's comments on Tony Khan airing that footage, man? Is CM Punk still being petty? Can we finally put this behind us? Who knows? Cooley, before we get out of here, can we get into some fan comments? Because somebody was on your head in the comments, brother.
Damn, it was on my head top?
They was on your head top. They ain't like
what I do?
So last episode, when we were rating Triple H's first 2 years as head of the table, you gave Triple H an A-. You gave him an A-. But our boy, Cardboard HD, shout out to Cardboard. He's been one of our viewers from day one. He wasn't feeling that. And he said, can we keep it a buck? Triple H's run has been, He made some good decisions, and he made some terrible decisions. His signings/re-signings has not went the way people expected. I don't know. I give him a B-. Cooley, what do you got to say to that? A B-? A B-? Is Triple H a B-? Because he is to me. I'm with Cardboard on this one.
Are you? I mean, what signings was he expecting, for it to go over the top? Because he signed one of the hottest women wrestlers in all the companies.
Yeah, that's facts.
Which is Jade Cargill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got CM Punk back.
Right.
Got more of the bloodline together. We've been wanting Jacob to come for a minute, and he's here. Zilla's on his way.
Yeah, Zilla's in Cleveland right now. Let's just so So look, here's the thing.
Nobody's never happy. Nobody's never happy, man.
Here's the thing. So I agree with Cardboard in a sense of Triple H being a B- and not an A+, only because he has made a lot of mistakes, like the long-term storytelling thing. He's just too married to that. And I stand on that. But the whole signing situation, that's outdated to say at this point. Because in the beginning, you could have argued that when he signed Karrion Kross and he signed Hit Row and like these people didn't work out, you had an argument. But at this point, it's like, okay, he signed Johnny Gargano, who is tag team champion right now. He signed Jacob Fatu. He signed CM Punk. He signed Jade Cargill. Like, he signed Stephanie Vaquer. He signed Julia. Like, who else is there to sign, bro? I understand that he bricked on Will Ospreay and Okada, and that's just because AEW offered ridiculous amounts of money. But you can't sign everybody, bro. You can't. Everybody can't play for the same team. But at the end of the day,
Cardboard.
Yeah, like come on, man. Triple H has made some incredible signings, and we always forget because I know he passed away, unfortunately. But Triple H did bring back Bray Wyatt.
Yes, he did, man.
And him bringing back Bray Wyatt is what led to this whole Wyatt 6 thing in the first place. So, I mean, we can't really say that Triple H hasn't been bringing in good signings. He's been signing everybody. He just missed out on Will Ospreay, who y'all wanted, so y'all cry about it. But come on, Cardboard. But shout out to you for the comment. I appreciated that. Definitely appreciated that. I got another comment, Cooley. This comment was left by Deontay Barnes, and it was concerning us saying that the Bloodline storyline would just never end. It was running too long. Deontay Barnes says, I'd agree if WWE wasn't so mid since Cody finished his story. How about we give the Bloodline a better dance partner that can carry the company after beating the Bloodline? Ooh.
Hey, he cooking.
So
I agree.
So the Bloodline needs a new dance partner is what you're telling me.
Pretty much, man. It has been mid since Cody got the title.
Damn.
And that's because, the number one guy in the company is on vacation. And that lets you know that Roman will forever be the face as long as he's in this company and he's in this ring, man. No matter how much you hate a guy, he's always going to be that guy. It just is what it is. And the most important thing about that story was Roman Reigns. And once the story is ended, what else do we have? What else do we like about Cody? Because we were so focused on this story.
Damn.
So what else do we like? Like, what else do we like?
No love. Cody gets no love. I feel I like Cody's run so far. I feel like Cody's doing the best job that he can. But it's like, I can't say WWE been mid, but Cody, obviously, he's not Roman Reigns. That's big shoes to fill. We did this to ourselves. When we gave Roman Reigns that 4-year run, we had to know that whoever came next was going to have some big-ass shoes to fill. And it's probably impossible to fill them shoes. So Cody Rhodes is doing the best he can. Shout out to him. And maybe the Bloodline does just need a new dance partner because we kind of over Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes. We want something else. But SummerSlam is tomorrow, my brother.
Yes.
Roman Reigns is probably going to return, and that's going to be the new dance partner. We're going to have the Bloodline versus Roman Reigns, and then we'll all be happy again. So let's just take
everybody going to be mad when he don't return and Jimmy returns. They're going to be hot. Oh my God.
We all going to be expecting the head of the table, and all we're going to hear is ooh, so I would be so mad. I would get up and walk out of my apartment. I would kick you and Sylvan out because Sylvan's going to pull up. And by the way, Sylvan is joining us on Sunday, by the way. I don't even know if our producer knows this, but Sylvan is joining us for our post SummerSlam show this Sunday, Wrestling with the Homie. So make sure y'all tune into that. And on that note, we are out of here. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you're on Spotify, give us a rating. If you're on Apple, give us a rating.
MySpace.
Your number one source for daily wrestling conversations. We'll be back with our post SummerSlam show this Sunday. And we are out of here.